Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Nerds That Talk. The Talking Nerds. Talking Nerds podcast here on YouTube. How's everybody doing? How you doing, Bluey?
I'm good. Good. I'm ready to talk.
Oh yeah, what do you got? What do you have to talk about? There's like nothing going on in the world right now. What are you talking
No,
about?
absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
No. I am excited to talk about Arcane.
I am as well.
I'm really excited to talk about the news items.
Oh yeah, we got some fun stuff, and the Game Award nominations came out.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. Well, a reminder: December 12th is the Game Awards, and we will be doing a live stream. It's from 6:30 to 10. So feel free to pop in if you're on our Discord. You'll be able to get the link to the live to the stream from there. So December 12th, Thursday, December 12th.
I think it's we have some good stuff to talk about. I mean, I know we've talked about it for like 2 weeks now, but Penguin, I still can't stop thinking about it. I actually watched The Gentleman today, which has Colin Farrell in it.
Guy Ritchie. Or yeah. The movie, not the show, right?
Right. Yeah. I've seen the show too.
I have not watched the show yet.
Yeah. So I watched the movie.
I should.
Yeah.
I have not watched Gentleman, and I have not watched Shogun yet either. I need to do that.
Yeah. What about Tulsa King?
I haven't watched any, but you know what? Freaking Sly is based, man. And I guess he's always been that way. I just never really realized. I mean, you kind of have to be Rocky, though, right? So
yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty cool.
So yeah,
the second George Washington.
What a guy. Yeah. I watched the last episode of Arcane today because I know we watched it. When did we watch it? Friday?
Saturday.
When
it came out, yeah.
So, yeah, I'm excited to talk, man.
Yeah, hopefully Flash joins because he's you and him are the league experts here. So hopefully he can pop in at a time. So we'll probably do nominations first. But yeah, dude, I am loving Arcane. I don't like the binge model because I like the weekly hype, like that was one of the best things about Penguin is like looking forward to that every single week, or House of the Dragon, whatever. So I like that. Obviously I want to binge. So, Netflix is the binge streaming service, but I do like how they're kind of releasing them in sections so that we can enjoy them over several weeks. But I'm just so like blown away that this is going to be the last season for Arcane, at least. How are they going to wrap this up in 3 episodes? I don't know. I don't know how it's going to happen, but yeah, we're getting some crazy stuff happening, stuff that I honestly don't understand yet. But hopefully they get to it. But lots of
the last episode did a okay job of getting us further down the path.
Yes, I'm still confused though on where kind of what is the Arcane? Like how does that all work? How did Jace and what's the little furry guys?
Heimerdinger
and Echo, where did they go? How did they get there? What happened? And where the heck are they now? So, and also kind of just like how Jace got to the state of mind that he is, at the end of the last episode. So there's just so many questions. and no answers so far. Just kind of like the Chainsaw Man episode we just watched. But yeah, so we'll get to that in a bit. But I guess we'll get into our weeks. I have played a lot of God of War Ragnarok over the last few days. Man, it just keeps getting better and better, man. I am conflicted. Obviously, I haven't finished the game. I don't really know how far into it I am, but pretty comparable to the first game. They're both stellar games. Honestly, at the time I thought Elden Ring deserved Game of the Year, but now I'm just like, oof, this is a good runner-up for Game of the Year. First one obviously won Game of the Year in 2018. So yeah, I mean, I would have voted for this, honestly. As far as I don't know, I spent a lot of time in Elden Ring. I love Elden Ring. But gosh, this was just like a flawless game. It's amazing. I love it. So I'm just really enjoying it. And yeah, it just keeps getting better. So I'm gonna keep playing that. Other than that, I've been watching season 7 of Doctor Who, which is Matt Smith's last season, and that's great too, man. Yeah, there's some really good stuff happening. I think it was kind of had a slow start to the season, but they killed off a couple great characters, which was really sad. But I think they did a really good way of doing it, and I love, I really like Matt Smith, and I love where they're going with the rest of the season. So I'll probably stop after this season because then it goes on to Peter Capaldi, because I got to catch up on My Hero real bad.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to finish this season up and then go back to My Hero. Yeah. Other than that, reading comics occasionally here and there. Mostly just keeping up with the news. Honestly, there's so much going on in the world right now, the United States and the world. So yeah, pray for this country. That's all I want to say about that.
And the world.
But yeah, there's lots to pray about. But yeah, so good stuff. Lots of great. We're not a political podcast, but I'm just excited for all of Trump's cabinet picks. There's lots of cool picks. The UFC, obviously, a couple of UFC events happened over the weekend. Well, fights, I should say. Is the Jake Paul one? Was that UFC? No, okay. A couple fights happened over the weekend. The really sad Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight. That happened, and nobody enjoyed it.
I think it was rigged,
but also nobody watched it really. So to be fair,
I think it was rigged.
Well, it was scripted, certainly, and I think that was kind of already confirmed. But in terms of what do you think was rigged?
I guess scripted, right? Like,
yeah. It was definitely scripted.
Yeah.
Because Jake Paul's not a great fighter in and of himself. So,
well, he's a okay fighter, but I really think Mike Tyson would have put him on his ass.
Oh yeah, did you see that video? I saw it on Twitter, but he was being interviewed by this little girl about legacy, and he's like, nobody has a legacy. We all just die, and that's it. I was like, damn.
Yeah, hey, this is a little girl, bro.
All right, and she's like, fair enough. I hadn't thought about that. It's like, okay, yeah.
It was just sad, and Netflix sucks.
Yes, Netflix does suck, except for Arcane.
Well, as a platform, it sucks for live events.
Yes, yeah. But then the second fight was UFC 309 with John Jones.
Bones.
Freaking.
I like John Jones. I like him even more now.
We got the freaking Predator meme in real life with Trump and him clapping hands together, and it was great. The whole night was great. Everything about it was awesome. So, America's back, baby. It's
so back.
We are so back, and it's
for now.
For now, yeah. But Trump Trump Jr. was like you know, it's fun to be to love your country again. And he's like, well, it's always actually been that way, by the way. But yeah, dude, everybody's excited. There's a lot of excitement in the air in the US. Not in the world, but yeah. So that was pretty much what I've been up to. How
Yeah.
about you?
Playing some Rocket League,
Mm-hmm.
doing some lore study on Arcane and League of Legends.
Mm-hmm.
Um, doing I've just been just like having stuff on in the background, you know.
Yeah.
Like I watched The Gentleman, the movie.
Right.
I'd already seen the show. It was a really fun movie actually. I liked it.
I saw it in theaters and I couldn't understand what anybody was saying because there's thick Liverpool accents, you know.
Oh yeah, I got to watch it with subtitles, so
Yeah, it was rough in theaters.
mm,
So
probably only understand Matthew McConaughey.
I don't remember. It came out a while ago, so
2020, 4 years ago.
yeah.
Yeah. Um, Colin Farrell, great. He was great.
Yeah, he was definitely the most enjoyable character I remember, but
Uh-huh.
still couldn't understand him.
Yeah. And then let's see what else.
Any Warhammer stuff? I want to
I
buy
haven't.
some Warhammer books because I texted you. There's a bunch of books at Half Price Books that I saw.
Mm,
So I might put a list together and see if I can find some of them.
yeah. Yeah, I've just been so busy, but trying to keep up.
Yep.
I've been trying to keep up. I didn't get to this week's episode of Tulsa King.
Mm. How many
So
seasons are there? 3 seasons?
2.
2?
We're in the
2.
second one. I think
Okay.
this and actually I might not be behind. It might be over for this season.
Yeah.
Anyways, I love it. It's great. I love Sylvester Stallone.
Mhm.
um,
Yep.
and I love like mobster gangster movies, shows.
Yeah.
You definitely get like Sopranos and Goodfellas vibes, but it's also like s- there's comedic relief in it too.
Oh, yeah.
Um, so yeah, I love it. It's a great show. And it makes me happy. It kind of validates me when I see Gary from Nerdrotic say that it's on his like top list too.
Oh, yeah, he talks about it all the time.
I love it. I didn't realize that he liked it, and I was like,
Yeah.
man, I really like this show. And
Mhm.
then I thought I was like maybe just slightly biased towards being a Sylvester Stallone fan.
No,
Apparently, I was
you're
right.
just biased
I'm
to
just
good writing.
that's right.
That's all you're
That's
biased
right.
to.
Um, so yeah, that's what I've been up to. Um, also been, trying to stay on X, and
Yeah.
I find it more enjoyable now being on X.
Oh, yeah, I spend all day on X pretty much. It's all I ever do. I work here and there, but
Right, right. Work in between.
yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much. But yeah, I can't get enough of it. But honestly, it's good for me because it's keeping me off of Instagram and Facebook, and those are just a total time wasters. So, um, yeah. At least I'm not addicted to Reddit because that would be awful.
yeah.
That would be real bad. Yeah, awesome. So yeah, it's just two of us. Buffalo Bick is sick. That rhymed. And the Flash is, lost in the multiverse, but he should hopefully be here. Probably soonish. Um, let me just text him really quick. I have a multiverse phone. I can actually text to other dimensions.
Insane.
So yeah. But anyways, let's get into some news. I gotta share my screen.
Oh,
Uh,
baby, it's juicy this time around.
is juicy. Yeah, it is.
We got some good old-fashioned ratio going on here.
Hey, you remember? Do you remember this? You know, nobody star. Nobody really knows her name, but Rachel Zegler, I believe it is. Yeah. Do you remember her? Well, in case you didn't, she's back.
She's
Uh,
back.
Rachel Zegler is so back, but also not so back. But we'll get to that in a second. So Disney's Snow White star Rachel Zegler, weird, you know that chick, goes on an angry rant
Oh,
following the
that's where I
2020.
know her from.
Yes,
Weird,
yes,
weird.
weird,
That's where
weird.
I know. Right.
Yeah. Well, she's upset about the 2024 election, and she said, "May Trump supporters and Trump voters and Trump himself never know peace." Well, too bad, because you're gonna get peace too, Rachel. Yeah. Sorry. I know you don't want peace, but you're gonna get it. So, in adding her voice to the chorus of voters unhappy with the results of the 2024 U.S. presidential election, Disney's live-action Snow White star, Rachel Zegler, has responded to the re-election of Donald Trump with a call
Snow
for him and his
mixed. Snow
supporters.
mixed.
Did I?
Snow mixed. No, you read it
Oh,
right, but it should say snow mixed.
Snow Mixed star. That's a good one. Yeah. Remember when she like tried to act like she's Puerto Rican, and they're like, "Did you ever even? You never even lived there."
Yeah.
But she's like, "Gwyneth, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's like
Doesn't
you're
matter.
culturally appropriating Puerto Ricans, so sorry."
Oh gosh.
I mean, what a disaster. I mean, they took the picture away because they couldn't.
That
There
was
she
more
is.
important. There she
Blech.
is.
Gross. I mean, they didn't even do her hair well. Like, what's going on up there? I will say, Brett Cooper is going to be a great Snow White. So the Daily Wire is doing Snow White and the Evil Queen. And she looks pretty great as Snow White. She looks like Snow White.
Wow,
Because
imagine
she's
that.
white. So, the actress made clear her discontent with the election results in a series of posts shared to her personal Instagram story on November 12th. Now, it's kind of important to know, Ryan Kinnell pointed this out. She every time she posts, she doesn't use grammar correctly. She doesn't know what the shift button is on her keyboard. So everything's lowercase. Every single letter is always lowercase, including I. When she says I, it's gross. But yeah, so keep that in mind. But apparently, sent during the intermission of that day's Broadway performance of Romeo and Juliet, which is also getting a modern day remaking, reimagining the classic William Shakespeare's play in which the actress portrays the female lead. Zegler's diatribe opened with the actress asserting, "I find myself speechless in the midst of this." Rachel Zegler hopes Trump supporters never know peace, tells her followers to get off X because Elon Musk supported Trump, and ends it with F Donald Trump. This is Disney Snow White. By the way, she probably won't face any consequences for this by Disney. Well, just wait a second. Hold your horses there.
Yeah, we're getting ahead.
Hold your horses there. So, quote, "Another 4 years of hatred leaning us towards a world I do not want to live in." Nobody's asking you to stay, princess.
We can't say that. We can't say that.
We can't say that. That's true. I don't mean that. That was a joke. She continued, per screenshots of her post captured and shared to Twitter by users My Nerdy Home. That's Steph, My Nerdy Home from Geeks and Gamers. "Leaning us towards a world that will be hard to raise my daughter in. Leaning us towards a world that will face her to have a baby she doesn't want. Leaning us towards a world that is fearful. Because women's rights are being taken away."
What is she, heartless?
Seriously. "I shouldn't be this shocked," she asserted, "but I am. I'm heartbroken for my friends who woke in fear this morning, and I am here with you to cry, to yell, to hug." What is this, the AMC promo at the beginning?
Yeah, right.
Cry, to care. To wax poetic on how the left continues to fail us on forging a new path forward. This law should not have been, and it certainly should not have been by so many votes.
It's those darn people voting.
Yeah. Dang bigots. Fully letting her anger flow, Zegler then declared, "I echo Ethel Kane's I don't know who that is, but
apparently a musician.
More than anything, may Trump supporters and Trump voters and Trump himself never know peace." Continuing into her second post, she said, "Get off, blah, blah. The F are you doing?" Okay. They're eating you up on Twitter. By the way, it's called X, not Twitter. Get it right. I don't use that app. I don't use that app for a reason. He helped get that man elected, and you're giving him business. I was talking about finding catharsis in art. I don't care if you're going to pick a fight with me. It's been done before. Find something real to be mad at today.
Ooh. This
Wow,
was real, honey. This was real.
Burn. Her thoughts far from over. Ziegler returned for a third post.
Dang.
Oh my goodness. It's like, get off Twitter already. Nobody wants you anyways. Get off X.
Not even X. This was on Instagram.
This was on Instagram. Yeah, you're right. There's also a deep, deep sickness in this country. Yeah, you got it. That is shown in the sheer amount of people who showed up for this man who threatens our democracy. We live in a constitutional republic. It is terrifying the number of people who stand behind what this man preaches. Opined the Hunger Games. Yeah, the Hunger Games movie that nobody saw. Well, you saw it because your wife wanted to go see
it. It was all right. It was pretty good.
It is
in it. Sorry.
It is a foolish subscription to a false sense of security, of masculinity, of intelligence, of patriotism.
Those darn intelligent people.
I know. It's just terrible. There is no help, no counsel in any of them, she then affirmed. I could go on. I won't. I feel sad. You probably do too. F this. Finally bringing her thoughts to a close with one last post.
Finally.
Ziegler observed, okay, that's all. Going on stage for Act 2 now and need to get off my soapbox before I get too heated. Sending love to everyone who needs it today. May we all carry each through the worst and hold these politicians accountable. Yet you don't keep your guys accountable at all. Your damn govs just got very important. Okay. They already were, but hey, follow your governors, hold them accountable. Local government is where we'll make real change. She's not wrong there.
Wow, it's almost like you understand how our country works.
Yeah. This is not the end ever. I will love through these 4 years as best as I can. F Donald Trump.
Bro, yeah. I've never seen
that. Is a very loving statement right there.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think she's saying that with love.
No. Okay, so she said that. Now the backlash. This is from The Independent, so this is not a conservative source. Rachel Ziegler apologizes for anti-Trump rant for contributing to negative discourse.
Uh-oh.
They love that word, don't they? Discourse.
Uh-oh. The PR
I let my emotions get the best of me. Okay, well, let's hear what she has to say. So Rachel Ziegler has issued an apology for a recent social media outburst in which she raged against President-elect Donald Trump and his supporters. It's President Donald Trump to you, actually. Following Trump's win in the 2024 election, the 23-year-old Snow White, yeah, you're 23. What do you even know? You know? What do you even know? You're 23. She took to Instagram to share her candid reaction. There is a deep sickness in this country. Okay, we already talked about that. However, Ziegler has since backtracked on her original post, admitting that she let her emotions get the best of her. Hi, everyone. I would like to sincerely apologize for the election post I shared on my Instagram last week. Look how clean that grammar is.
Wow.
I wonder if she copy and pasted that. I let my emotions get the best of me. Hatred and anger have caused us to move further away from peace and understanding, and I'm sorry I contributed to the negative discourse. You think she means that?
No.
This week has been emotional for so many of us, but I firmly believe that everyone has the right to their opinion, even when it differs from my correct one. I mean, my own. Sorry. My own. Yeah. I am committed to contributing positively toward a better tomorrow. We're going to hold you to that.
So
West Side Story.
Snow White.
Yeah. Yeah, that would contribute positively towards society and a better tomorrow. The West Side Story actor's message comes shortly after former Fox News host Megyn Kelly demanded she be fired from Disney's forthcoming Snow White live-action remake over her anti-Trump tirade. And I agree. Hello, Disney. You're going to have to redo your film again because this woman is a pig. And you fired Gina Carano for far less than this nonsense. Very true.
Fact.
Good thing Gina is doing so well right now.
Yep.
Kelly said on a recent episode of her Sirius XM radio show, her comments were in reference to Disney's axing of Carano from The Mandalorian, which we've talked about on this podcast, to compare the Republican experience in the U.S. to that of Jewish people during the Holocaust. And now actual Jews are getting, well, you know what's going on with that. So here's her post on her story on Instagram. You can see how well it's written. So yeah, I mean, you think she wrote that?
So A, she either really, really, really thought it out. B, she had a PR team write it and she copy pasted it. C, the PR team said, here are some guidelines. Give us your thoughts and we will.
And she put it in ChatGPT and it's been this.
Oh yeah. My goodness.
Yeah. I'm gonna pick
I'm glad that, I'm glad that she got some repercussions. I think she should get more.
Oh yeah, I think she
but I'm glad that she did get some.
Yeah, I mean she didn't call for violence. So she can voice her opinion.
Yeah.
I think that's fine.
But with being able to voice your opinion comes consequences.
Well, here's the thing. If Disney's going to allow this but not allow a tweet from Gina Carano, you have to apply the same rules to everybody. So fine, if those are your rules, apply them fairly. But they're not, and that's the problem. Pedro Pascal should be fired too. Anybody who compared Trump to Hitler should be fired. Same exact scenario. But of course they won't. She has to go. I'm sorry, Disney. She has to go right now. There's something wrong with this person. And there probably is. Kelly added, picture this. A Broadway actress who said F Biden supporters made Biden and Kamala never know peace. That person would be fired so fast it would make your head spin. Zegler is currently leading Broadway's new Romeo and Juliet. The production, directed by is scheduled to run until February, just in time for the release of Snow White. Zegler's casting of the titular princess in June 2021 was met with backlash from some people, I would say most people, who decreed the idea of a Latina, or decried the idea of Latina Snow White. Yes, because what the hell are you talking about? What, like,
it's in the name, folks.
It's in the name, guys.
Sheesh.
And the fact that, geez, the queen is fairer than Snow White. You probably should have thought that through. You probably should have figured that out before you did that.
Yeah. Oh.
But yeah, so there you go, guys. I guess there's some justice in the world. But it just takes time. Things are swinging back the other way. I think we're gonna get all the crap next year, but you can already see things going. I've heard really bad things about Gladiator 2, which is, it's apparently it sucks. But kind of one of the big things is Denzel Washington's character kisses a man in the movie, but they cut it out of the film in post, which could mean a couple things, normal things, but it also could be, trying to avoid controversy, I guess, with the film, and they actually want to make money. Still got to write a good film, but
I mean, if that was in the writing, that doesn't mean that they changed much, right?
right.
It
Yeah.
sounds like he might still be flirtatious with another guy.
Yeah. I
Which,
mean,
if
to
you
be
know
fair,
anything about that time period,
they're all gay anyways.
yeah, so maybe it'll be alright.
The Romans and Spartans, they lost. The empire fell for a reason. Let's just
Let's
say
just put it at that.
that. But yeah,
Debauchery.
uh, hopefully we start seeing more of that, more things turning around. Because Hollywood's just going to keep failing. They're freaking out right now. The Diddy list is out there. The Epstein list is out there. And JD Vance is a nerd and he cares about movies and stuff. And so he's already said.
So is Elon.
And so is Elon. Yeah. I mean, dude's a freaking nerd if I've ever known one. He's top 20 Diablo players. I was watching his stream the other night. He was just playing Diablo, talking about SpaceX. I'm like, what is going on? This is awesome. So yeah, some exciting stuff ahead of us. But yeah, haven't heard anything good about Gladiator 2. Haven't heard anything good about Dune Prophecy either. So my fiance would like to watch that. I'm probably gonna have to watch it with her. But anyways, I think it's that time where we talk about the Game Awards.
Ooh.
So if you want to share my screen again.
You got it.
I got the nominees here. So I went through this list on my own. There's not a lot of games this year. So I think there should be some clear winners. But we're going to view all the categories really quick. So we got Game of the Year, Best Game Direction, Best Narrative, Best Art Direction, Best Score and Music, Best Audio Design, Best Performance. I believe that's from an actor, probably lead. Innovation and accessibility. No idea what that means. I think they have little descriptions. Games for impact. Well, that sounds woke.
Uh-oh.
Best ongoing, best community support, best indie, best debut indie, best mobile game. I cannot believe that's a category, but it is.
Hey, don't discount the mobile gamers, okay?
I think the Flash is trying to get in.
Oh, he's here. Hello.
Yes.
Wham.
There he is.
What's going on?
Welcome.
Nothing much. We just talked about Rachel Zegler, and now we're talking about the Game Awards.
Okay. Dude, it is like Arcane is going up against Child's Play. Like, if Arcane doesn't win, we riot.
Oh, yeah. For
I like that joke.
Best adaptation.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh, yeah, 100%. So yeah, best mobile game, best AR or VR, AR. We all know what's going to win that. Come on. This guy right here.
What?
Batman.
Who?
Batman. Best action game, best action adventure, best RPG, best fighting, family, sim, strategy. And then we go into esports, best esports, best multiplayer. Oh no, sorry, best multiplayer. My bad. Best adaptation, which we were just talking about. Most anticipated game, content creator of the year, best esports athlete, and best esports team. So let's get.
I can already
going.
tell you. I can already tell you what the last three are going to be. Esports game. Actually, I don't know what that one will be, but I think Faker wins best esports athlete this year.
Yeah, that's who I chose personally. But all right, so game of the year. What do we got? We got Astrobot. I've watched streams. It looks so much fun. I could easily see that being game of the year. This game, which I didn't hear about before, but this is a mobile game. Can you imagine if a mobile game won game of the year? That would be crazy.
It's on PC.
Oh, it is? Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Black Myth Wukong. I think personally I would choose that one. Elden Ring Shadow of the Erd Tree. Imagine if a DLC won game of the year. That'd be bonkers. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and Metaphor Refantasio. Rafantasio. All right, so what do you guys think?
I mean, for me, being a little outside, the only two I've even really heard of was Black Myth and Elden Ring, and I think Black Myth, from what I've heard, it had the absolute most hype.
I mean, it's overwhelmingly positive on Steam. It's like if not still, it's probably still the highest rated game, right, on Steam. The only thing is it's China. It's a China game.
I think
Chinese
it's going to come
studio.
down to
It comes
3
from
games.
China.
Comes from China.
I
What'd
think
you say,
it's going
Blue?
to come down to 3 games: Astrobot, Black Myth, or Final Fantasy. The reason I think Final Fantasy is in there is because it has a massive fan base.
Yes, it does.
And these things tend to go the way of massive fan bases, not necessarily best game. I don't think Elden Ring satisfied its fan base enough to get the votes.
I agree.
Black
Myth has a lot of controversy around it too. Not only from the China part, but also just woke people hate it.
Yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised if it lost to Final Fantasy. But I hear everybody loves Astrobot too. But I don't know, is that in an indie category or is that
no, that's a
category
PlayStation. It's a PlayStation. What do you call that? PlayStation exclusive. Yes.
Yeah.
It's
So
their
I could see
biggest
Black
game
Myth.
this year.
I would say Black Myth or Final Fantasy is the 1 and 2, and then Astrobot is the 3.
Yeah, I would agree. Number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Does everyone agree with that?
Yeah.
All
right. Next category: Best Game Direction awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design.
I'm gonna give this to Black Myth, 100%.
You think so?
Yeah.
So okay,
game design alone in Black Myth is insane.
Yeah, I agree, but also, I mean, Astrobot is insane for a platforming. Like, it's a perfect game, and I just the fact that they brought in all these elements from different Sony games is so creative, and not only just like elements, like there's a whole God of War level within it where they bring in gameplay mechanics from God of War games into the game. So you're playing a game within a game. You have the same exact mechanics that you do in 2018 and Ragnarok. So, I mean, that is innovative to me. It's pretty crazy. I haven't watched the whole game, but I've seen a lot of it towards the beginning of the game. So, I don't know. I'm fine giving it to Black Myth, but I think as far as innovation goes, Astrobot's pretty crazy.
I would be fine with Astrobot.
What do you think?
Some of these more niche ones I'm not going to have an opinion on. I really, I don't know anything about Astrobot. So,
all right. Well, I vote Astrobot.
Let's cast
I mean, it's ultimately your podcast.
Shut up. It's yours too. All right. Best narrative for outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game. I have no clue, to be honest. I don't really know any of these games. Was Silent Hill 2 that's the remake. Did everybody like it? I don't really know.
Yeah, people really like it.
Okay. I mean, I could see that going
Final
that
Fantasy.
direction.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I feel like actually that could win.
Or you could not dilute the vote pool if you don't know.
That's true. I guess we could just not vote on this one.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Not that I do that generally. I usually just vote or.
I would be okay with either Final Fantasy or Silent Hill because of the other 3 I don't hear anything about.
All right, let's give it to Final Fantasy. All right, next we got Best Art Direction, Outstanding Creative and Technical Achievement, and Artistic Design and Animation. Again, I got to give this one to Astrobot.
All right.
Well, and I guess my opinion on this too, just not knowing anything about it, is like I don't necessarily remember anything groundbreaking about Black Myth as far as the style, right?
Yeah, like, I mean, it's very similar to other Souls-like games.
Exactly. Right. Exactly.
But I think the artistic design and animation of it as aspect is unreal because it uses Unreal 5 like Unreal Life.
That's true. That's a good point.
I did, however, see a lot more people crashing with Black Myth Wukong than they did with. I mean, at least Astrobot. I guess Elden Ring. I'm not sure.
It's kind of hard to crash your console though.
Yeah, that's true. It's optimized.
That's a good point. Yeah.
It seems like a fun game to me, just like literally looking at the picture. So I bet you it's going to get a lot of awards. It seems like that game that's going to capture a lot of people's interest.
Right.
And is it a relatively new release also?
Yes.
I haven't heard anything about it, which
it came out
usually
in
I hear
September,
about stuff.
I think September, October.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. I could give it to Black Myth for the artistic design element of it.
And just like the fighting animations too.
The fighting is pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, I'm fine giving it to Black Myth.
Also, this has absolutely nothing to do with what we're talking about, but when Elon Musk is shit posting on Twitter, I feel a little better about World War III, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think Elon would be. He's like tweeting out about Argentina and stuff right now.
Yeah, if he's not freaking out, then I think we're fine.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
All right, best score in music. So personally, I would give this to Astrobot or Stellar Blade. The only thing about Stellar Blade is it's the same song basically over and over and over again. Astrobot, I love their soundtrack. It's amazing.
I think you just love Astrobot and you should stream it.
I can't. It's a PlayStation exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
I can't play it. Otherwise, I wouldn't be playing it.
I guess it's time for Gracie to get you a PlayStation 5 for Christmas.
I already asked her for one. She's like, I'm sorry, I can't. Next year, maybe? If we make it to next year.
Splitsies? Can we go splitsies on it?
Yeah, right.
Right. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
fine. Yeah, Astrobot.
This one, I would also give it to Astrobot because these two go hand in hand. I don't really know Black Ops 6.
I've heard way too many complaints about the in-game audio being absolute trash. So it's hilarious that it's even on here.
That is interesting, yeah. However, actually, I could also give this to Hellblade 2 because I remember the trailers for Hellblade 2 were incredible. Just visually and the audio was pretty dope. So I could also give it to them.
I think Silent Hill 2. I think Silent Hill also would probably be way up there for this because usually those story type horror, like sound design is a massive piece of like those horror.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right.
I'm not saying we should vote for it. I'm just saying I'm projecting or predicting what I would think would happen.
Based on, I have played a bit of Hellblade 1, and I will say the sound is pretty crazy. When you got headphones on, there's like a little whispering. It sounds like somebody's talking in your head and like from different directions. It's pretty cool. I would say as far as innovation goes, it's probably pretty up there. So I'd be fine giving it to that one.
Let's do it.
You guys. All right. All right, next, best performance. I honestly have no clue. I'm not giving it to this chick though from Star Wars Outlaws.
That's for sure.
I mean, maybe I give it to Hellblade 2 just based on that one trailer I watched.
Or we go for the male Chad.
Or we go for the Chad. I mean, yeah, it's International Men's Day today, so let's go.
Good enough for me.
All right, let's do it.
What an educated pick.
All right, innovation and accessibility, recognizing software and or hardware that's pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed in an even wider audience. This, you guys probably would have a better... Definitely not Dragon Age. Definitely not Star Wars Outlaws.
No.
Either Diablo or Black Ops.
I think I heard some controversy about Prince of Persia also.
Well, it's Ubisoft, so yeah.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, at this point, and COD doesn't deserve anything because it's COD. So by process of elimination, Diablo
is this that
4.
Sweet Baby Ink crap, though?
Maybe.
Accessibility, content to help with a wider... Okay, this feels like actually woke stuff. Like
It does.
I think it could be like...
Or cross-platform stuff. I'm
That
sure
or even like
Fortnite won this
like
this category whenever it
disability
came out
stuff
and did
too.
cross-platform, and probably disability. You're right.
Yeah. I mean, if we're talking realistically for a wider audience, yeah, Dragon Age probably wins because it's freaking retarded.
It's inclusive.
Yeah, it's very inclusive.
Dragon Age inclusivity.
I'm reminded of that video of Batman Arkham City where Batman's in a wheelchair. It's like a mod, and he's like
Yes.
jumping over pipes.
Why isn't that mod on here? That mod should
I know. I think that's pretty inclusive.
represent those wheelchairs.
When he takes him down in the wheelchair.
And like that whole
so
argument
good.
is so dumb to me too, where they're like, in a world of elves and orcs, why couldn't there be a mage in a wheelchair? I'm like, because they would use magic to fix their legs.
Literally.
We're seeing it in Arcane.
It's so
Yep.
stupid. It's like that the new Doctor Who. This chick has machine guns in her freaking wheelchair and like rocket launcher. It's so dumb.
Hell yeah. I mean, yeah, it's so dumb.
She's got a rocket booster.
It's like R2D2 from the Lego Star Wars games.
Yes. Yeah.
Rocket boosting. Give it to Diablo.
I'm fine with that. It's the only one I like on here anyways. So
yeah.
All right, games for impact. There we go.
Oh, this is the one.
Pro social meaning or message. Yeah, I'm fine skipping. Well, putting this on here makes me worried actually that it's probably a woke game. All right, we're just gonna skip this one because screw that. Best ongoing. Definitely not Helldivers. Fortnite.
Dude, Fortnite is. I mean, killing it.
Did you like Destiny 2, the new season?
So there's a lot of controversy going on with Bungie right now. And I'm not usually one to like take social matters into consideration, but they are really running the studio into the ground with the way they're handling things.
Yeah.
And in part it's tough because they had a really awesome ending to a 10-year saga.
Yeah.
And then they followed it up with tragedy. Basically backstory, they're firing all their developers. Now Bungie is a super woke studio, and everybody there seems to be really sensitive, but the corporate levels don't. It's classic, the work people versus the corporate people feud.
Yeah.
And so I'm not gonna want to vote for Destiny because I think they're letting personal interests get in the way of moving the game forward, unfortunately. Yeah. So I would vote Fortnite.
Yeah, I'd vote Fortnite or Final Fantasy.
Fortnite's bringing like OG back, which it's always going to get a big bump.
No builds, right?
Yeah. Well, no builds has been out for a while, but it's like OG, like the original season with the original guns, and they're doing Rewind on top of that and Reload. So they're doing a good job of keeping their player base pretty strong, I think.
Yeah. Yep.
I actually am considering playing it now that it's kind of like just back to square one,
Yeah, I mean, just play.
I'll drop in
play
with you.
No builds.
Yeah.
It's fun.
So yeah, we'll pick Fortnite. All right. Best community support. Definitely not Helldivers.
I wouldn't scroll. Hold on. What's the scroll up? It says
Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy, Fortnite, Helldivers, or No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky, I would vote.
Yeah, Fortnite's definitely dropped off there.
Do you know the story behind No Man's Sky?
I know nothing about No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky was the biggest hype game of 2016. It was the biggest hype game. It is an RNG planet traveling simulator. Basically,
the better version of Starfield.
Yes, no, literally. So how they pitched the game, how they were trying to sell the game is there are literally an unlimited amount of planets that you can visit in in the universe. Well, they missed the mark big time on release.
Surprise.
It was awful. It was awful. However, they have since stuck with the game instead of blowing it up and restarting, and have turned the ship around. And it is probably probably the greatest comeback until Trump won this election. Probably the greatest comeback of all time.
Yeah.
So, and they did it through community support, transparency, responsiveness, and staying on top of, making promises. Promises made, promises kept.
Bigger comeback than Kim Kardashian?
Yeah. Oh, much bigger. Much bigger load.
There's
No, I'm pretty sure you've probably seen that one.
Yeah.
100%. So I would vote for No Man's Sky personally.
I'm good with that. All right. Best indie game.
Balatro.
No clue. I guess so. It's in the game of the year category. Why not? Best debut. Okay.
Yep. Balatro.
Okay. Best mobile game.
The only
Pokemon?
one I recognize is AFK Journey because everybody had like the ads,
you're
I've
right.
been playing AFK Journey, and that alone makes me not want to vote for it.
I'm a little surprised.
What's the one game that everybody?
Wild Rift.
Yeah. What's everybody gets it? The champions
Rogue,
one.
Raid
Shadow Legends.
Raid Shadow
so
Legends.
Dumb.
I mean, I hear that Pokemon TCG is pretty good.
I like Pokemon, so I'd pick Pokemon. I'll pick Pokemon.
Hey, where's Warhammer?
Yeah, right. Where's Tacticus? Come on.
Tacticus is a great mobile game.
It's great.
Rocket League Sideswipe. That's a fantastic.
Diablo Immortal.
Pay to win.
Oh, that's true. You're right. I guess Pokemon.
I don't care. AFK Journey is very popular. So
All right. Best VR AR. No questions.
Instalock.
Ooh.
That's right. Batman Arkham Shadow.
The only VR game I ever want to play is this game. I will get a freaking Meta whatever Quest or whatever it's called just to play this freaking game. Do I want to be Batman? Hell yeah, I do. Okay, best action game. Now this is where it gets a little complicated because Okay, so best action focused primarily on combat. A lot of these could easily win. Stellar Blade, 100%. Black Myth Wukong, 100%. Warhammer, yeah. I mean, that whole game is just combat. That's the whole point of it.
I've actually heard very good things about Black Ops 6, except for the maps. Like everything besides the maps, the multiplayer maps, a lot of people are enjoying it.
Yeah, this is
I think this category is going to be a slugfest, dude. Like, I think any one of these could win.
100%.
Even Helldivers.
Even Helldivers.
You know how obsessed people were with stratagems? Like, dude, people were programming their stream decks and strapping them to their wrist. Like, come on.
Yeah, I personally want Space Marine 2 to win, but that's just me. I know what you guys...
Lock it in. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I'm good.
Like I said, it's a toss-up.
Yeah. It would be funny for the Chuds to have Stellar Blade win, though. But come on, for the Emperor. Am I right?
Yeah. For the God Emperor.
For the God Emperor. All right, best action adventure,
Star Wars Outlaws.
Combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving. So if it was just puzzle solving, Astrobot, but combat, there's not really a lot of that in Astrobot. There is, but it's not really combat. I don't know. I could give this to Silent Hill, I guess.
I don't know enough about any of these games.
Definitely not Star Wars Outlaws. Gosh.
And definitely not Prince of Persia.
Yeah, no.
Both are Ubisoft, so no.
Yeah, Echoes of Wisdom, I saw some gameplay. It looks so boring. But I don't really know what the combat looks like in that game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
I'm okay with Silent Hill.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. Best RPG. Definitely not Dragon's Dogma 2. Screw that game.
Oof.
I would probably say Elden Ring.
I'm good with it.
Including massively multiplayer experiences, you would put that with Elden Ring?
No.
I'm kidding. Yeah, I'm cool with Elden Ring or Final Fantasy, honestly. I hear so many good things about Final Fantasy 12.
You know what? Let's give it to Final
Or
Fantasy
7.
because screw Shadow of the Earth Tree. What a disappointment that was. All right. Best fighting game. I mean, I've heard Multiverse.
Give it to Capcom.
Yeah, Marvel vs. Capcom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, Tekken 8.
About
I
Tekken
guess
8 though too.
I love Tekken 8
Tekken.
the one with Homelander in it?
No, that's Mortal Kombat.
That's Mortal Kombat. I think Dragon Ball Sparking Zero has had good things about it too.
Wow, 2 Bandai Namcos.
Yeah, I mean
I do like Bandai Namco, so.
Multiverses is fun, but I don't
Yeah.
think it should win.
Yeah, it's Warner Bros. Screw Warner Bros. I don't know. What do you think? You pick.
Honestly, I would go probably with Tekken 8.
All right, let's do it. All right, best family game.
I watched all the
Super
mini
Mario?
games for Super Mario Party Jamboree, and it actually looks kind of fire. Not gonna lie.
I mean, yeah, I'm fine
But
with that.
Astrobot's on there too, so I'm just saying I've seen all the mini games for Jamboree, and it looks pretty fire.
Yeah, but I mean, as far as family play goes, I think that would probably be better.
Okay.
Astrobot's a single player. All right. Best sim strategy. Okay, we can kind of blaze through some of these. I don't really know any of these.
I don't know any of them.
I'm fine just skipping this if you guys are.
Yep.
Okay. Zach, you good with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Best sports racing.
None of them deserve it.
Yeah.
F124.
Sports game. At this point, sports games, it's just like, oh, you updated the rosters and did nothing. How is college football not on here, by the way?
Oh, that's a great point.
Because that I would have given it to.
Fantastic.
Whatever. I don't really care. I don't really care.
All right, we'll just skip this one.
Yeah.
Best multiplayer. Warhammer.
I've heard a lot of great things about BO6. I mean, they brought Nuketown back,
too.
So I'd give it to that.
Sure, let's do it.
We'll cast them a vote.
Give them one vote.
Small indie company.
All right, easy.
I mean, easy.
Arcane.
Easy.
Screw Fallout.
Can you go back to that category though? I want to just see what's on there.
Yeah, Fallout. Knuckles.
Tomb Raider.
Oh yeah,
Tomb Raider.
100% Arcane.
Did y'all watch Knuckles?
Nope.
No.
I do love those Sonic movies. They're fantastic.
Yeah, Sonic 3 coming out with John Wick himself.
Mm-hmm.
Most anticipated game, I would probably say Grand Theft Auto, but I would personally pick Ghost of Yotze.
I think we have to make an objective vote here.
Objectively, it would probably be
Auto.
GTA 6. Yeah.
Yep.
Personally, I would definitely pick this, but this could also be woke. Who knows? You know.
Yep.
So yeah, GTA 6. Content creator of the year. I don't know. Look at this freaking.
I don't understand. I don't know. Oh yeah, Queso for sure. He's the one who does the food ones.
Yeah, no way I'm getting all these right.
Mm-hmm.
I just love the picture they chose from. Best esports.
I mean, League's always going to be my vote. They just keep killing it year after year.
Counter-Strike.
I'm so biased. Yeah.
No, League all the way.
I'm actually kind of surprised.
I'm the deciding vote here.
Okay. I'm kind of surprised Apex Legends isn't up there.
Yeah, Apex has been doing well.
Yeah, that's true. Um,
Dude, League just continues to draw massive amounts of views
okay.
every year,
If
year
we're
in and
doing
year out.
objectively, right? I would probably have to agree with Zach. League of
That's fine.
Legends.
I'm biased, but I'm okay with the League of Legends vote.
Yeah, I would
I'm
say
just
that's
biased
probably.
because I love Counter Strike.
All right, this is where you
Faker.
guys
Faker,
Faker. Yeah.
100%.
Uh,
Easy.
which team?
Wait, okay.
Which one's his? Or is he on?
T1,
He is
but
T1, but hold
Counter
on.
Strike Navi.
Billy Game. Oh, BLG. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Dude, they were so good this year. I mean, you can't really give it to BLG or Gen G considering T1 won Worlds. I don't know. That's a you call, Tyler. I mean, I would vote
Just
T1.
give it to T1. Just give him T1.
Dude, they're so good.
All right, and that's it.
We did it.
I don't know what this is, but
oh, you get to vote again. They must eliminate.
Yeah,
it looks like.
Okay. So yeah, there you go, guys. There you have it. And so yeah, December 12th we'll be going through those, and that's in 3 weeks. So, all right. So the moment we've all been waiting for, Arcane, season 2, acts 1 through 2. Let's freaking go. Thoughts. Overall
I love
thoughts.
it. I mean, yes, there's a lot of we'll say same-sex relationships going on.
Yeah,
but
let's be honest.
Other than
All
that,
of everybody.
It's the only relationships going on in there.
Yeah. Other than that, it's fantastic. I don't know, Nate. Did you get a chance to go through that Twitter thread I sent with all the abilities?
I did.
So
Yeah.
cool. Because like I didn't even catch some of those, right? But they're being so like true to the game. It's awesome.
Yeah, I really love Jinx this season a lot.
Yeah.
And her abilities are pretty cool. That kind of like
so the get excited
really
one.
Yeah, get excited.
That was like I was like, oh my gosh, because I even noticed it. I was like, why is she moving so fast? Like that's not really her skill set. And then I was like, wait a minute. Yep, technically it is.
That sounds like something out of My Hero Academia. that's like a superhero.
She moves like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a quirk.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like her. I kind of like I really like Vi's whole goth thing. It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Dude, yeah, her the makeup with like the smeared eyeshadow was.
What do you guys think of the intro compared to last year, to season 1's?
With it slowed down? I like it.
Well, so season 1 was the kind of the sculptures, you know. And this one is it apparently is like they're each kind of acting out Greek tragedies. So like Les Mis, you know, is Jinx waving the flag. I think what's her face? Who's the gun chick?
Caitlyn.
Caitlyn is Macbeth, apparently.
I hadn't even heard that. That's interesting.
Yeah, there's all these things that everybody represents something different.
That's really cool.
Yeah, which is kind of interesting. I wish they chose a different song though, kind of over Enemy. That got old so fast, you know, in 2021, was it, right? It came out?
Yeah, it came out the year my son was born, so yeah, 2021.
Yeah. I kind of wish they chose a different song. But
well, they released it for Arcane season 1 because they're huge League of Legends fans.
We'll just pick a different Imagine Dragons song.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's okay. I skip it every time anyways, but
I watched it the first time and now I just skip it.
Yeah.
I do like what they're doing with, and like the first episode I was like, man, did they just run out of like budget to animate all these scenes? But like when they almost switch to where it's like the paintings, it is a really cool breakup to like the rest of the episode, and they do it at the right times and for like the right styles of scenes. I
Yeah,
really
the whole
enjoy that.
funeral scene was really great.
Yep.
Really well done. I really liked the rock song, the heart. I forget what the scene was, but I think it was Jinx.
Probably.
But man, that was a cool scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little confused on a lot. Obviously, there's 3 episodes left, but the whole, I thought we'd kind of get a little bit more in terms of where Jace and
Yes.
and Echo and I always forget his name.
Heimerdinger.
I keep wanting to say Oppenheimer. When they go into the other realm, I'm still confused on what happened. I'm also unsure where they went. Where are they? And kind of where, what's up with Jace? Why is he acting the way he's acting? So I hope they kind of get into some of that, but I'm not sure if there's anything from the lore aspect that kind of explains some of that.
There's nothing that I know, but Bluey schooled me on a little bit of lore, so maybe he knows, but nothing that I know from the game explains that necessarily.
Yeah.
Like Arcane?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Arcane versus Hextech.
Well,
like
so
the
Hextech is
core.
Yeah, the Hextech core. So I actually remember when Hextech was introduced to the game. It actually wasn't that long ago. That it became a thing. Now there's a Hextech dragon in Summoner's Rift, and then obviously
didn't they actually release it in 2021 with Arcane Season 1?
They might
because
have.
I think that's when the Hextech dragon got released. You're right.
Yeah,
because it was the gates, right? Because
right.
they changed the rift. So Nathan, when dragons spawn in a game, the first dragon spawns and hits an elemental dragon. Second dragon spawns, it's an elemental dragon. Then the third dragon spawns, he changes the map based on whatever element it is. So there's 6 elements. There's Hextech, fire, cloud.
Why are we gonna get dragons?
Hextech, fire, cloud, mountain, ocean, and Chemtech. So Chemtech would be like Singed / Warwick, think that vibe, biomechanical, nasty, poisony, sludgy, and Hextech is Piltover, right? So it's basically Piltover and Zaun.
Yeah.
And so that's when they released it. And with the changes that the Hextech Dragon Soul brings to the map are gates that you can use to travel around the map. So
yeah.
I hope we actually see some dragons then. That'd be cool.
I don't know. I mean, maybe as an Easter egg, because the bugs that Jinx and her bestie fight with.
Oh, that's
those are the scuttle crabs.
And yep.
Which is
and the Rift Scuttler.
It's one of an objective on the Summoner's Rift map.
It's one of the neutral objectives.
Is the girl in the game?
Isha? No.
Isha, no.
Okay. I like her. I like that she
know what I
doesn't
was
talk.
thinking, Bluey? I was like, I wonder if they're gonna try to turn her into Annie.
I was too. Oh my gosh.
Because she gives me Annie vibes.
Yeah. 100%. I was like, yo, is this about to become Annie?
Yeah.
But she didn't
so
have
there is a little girl character called Annie. She's a pyromancer is the only thing. So that obviously Isha hasn't shown any ability to use magic or fire. But so Annie's a pyromancer, and her ultimate is she throws her teddy bear and he gets really, really big and lights on fire and then does damage.
That's cool.
Annie and Tibbers.
Nice.
Yeah, no, I was also getting I mean her helmet is mega Timu vibes, right?
That's true.
So she could be a Yordle.
I love how they called Janna out.
They called who out?
Janna.
Yep, Janna.
Who's Janna?
She's in the Arcane, she was a wind mage who saved all those miners or something. And she's like a wind priestess mage in the game.
Yeah.
She's a support character.
Did you catch Oriana?
Yes, that's Singed's daughter is going to be Oriana. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah, so she's the clockwork like a
Yeah.
clockwork mage, basically.
The Warwick stuff was really cool.
Dude, the way they like are giving you a little bit of Vander too, I'm like, oh man, it's gonna make it that much worse if he spirals all the way down now that you've gotten a little bit of light, and they're gonna I feel like they're just gonna take it away in the last 3 episodes.
I almost thought it was too quick the way they turned him around. Like the way he was just introduced and then Jinx kind of turned him back like immediately, you know. I don't know if I mean, I guess I don't really know if that would make sense or not for his character, but it just seems really quick for the show, you know.
I think I think this was the end of him right at the
Yeah.
I think that's it. Because it's like a tragedy, right? They just felt like they were getting him back and it wasn't worth it, right? Or it was worth it, but it's done. I think his only purpose is reuniting the sisters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think it'll stick? They actually will?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, now because Jinx lost Isha.
Yeah. I think Isha's dead for sure.
And they're both against the establishment.
What an epic way to go out, though.
Right. 3 hex
overloading
cores.
Jinx pistol with 3 cores.
That was pretty cool. Yeah.
Yep.
I liked her actually.
Yeah,
Dude,
I like that she
cute.
didn't talk. I thought that was a nice element of her character. It added a lot, actually.
Dude, Jace in that episode 6 was nutso. So they're actually releasing his outfit as a skin in game. Like that whole Hextech evolution vibe Jace is going to be a skin now.
I want Goth Vi as a skin.
That is a skin too. They're releasing it as like the Arcane season 2 skin pack because Caitlyn's getting like Commander Caitlyn or something like that. So
Commander Kiraman.
Yeah, sorry.
Commander Lesbian.
Yeah. No, so the interesting thing with Jace too, I saw this theory today is that Jace is time traveling using Echo's technology. Because if you remember, episode 6 starts with the cog rolling and then spinning, and it actually lands Hexgate corrupted side up. And then at the end, when Jace blows Victor up, it rolls, but it rolls differently than it did at the start, and it lands Hex Core corruption side down.
Yeah.
So people are theorizing that he
saw the future.
He's trying to figure out the right path or something.
Interesting. So, yeah, I'm excited. I just don't know how they're going to finish this in 3 episodes, and then they're done. That's bonkers.
I think he's figured out. I think I think it's basically like a recall stone that's embedded in his wrist, right? Yeah. I think he's figured out how to use that now that it's embedded in him.
Yeah, I was curious. It does kind of look like, I don't know. I get what you're saying.
It kind of looks to me. It looks like the icon when you back in Summoner's Rift.
Yep.
So it's obviously like a teleportation stone. People are also theorizing. Who was it? They were theorizing that the stranger that saved Jason and his mom was a character. I forget who.
The stranger that saved Jason and his mom. Is that from season 1?
The very beginning. Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't go back and watch season 1.
Yeah, I didn't either. So,
stranger, Arcane. Yeah, people were theorizing that it is someone, another character. I don't think.
Dude,
I can't remember, but yeah, people were saying, "Oh, this might be so and so, and could be."
I thought they were gonna make Mbessa's right-hand man dude into Darius.
Yeah, he was interesting.
I get Darius vibes from him for sure.
Yeah.
I really liked him. That was a cool character. He died though, right?
He did. Jinx killed. Warwick killed him.
Warwick killed him. That's right. Yeah.
No, I'm like, and I know that it's funny because there's like wars going on Twitter right now between League of Legends, like the game fans who obviously love Arcane too, and like fans who are only fans of Arcane. And the fans who are only fans of Arcane are like pissed at Riot for not extending it past 2 seasons. Whereas the League of Legends games fans are like, no, you don't understand. There are so many good stories to tell. Like, yes, we love Arcane, but like wrap this up and let's go get like Shurima or Bilgewater or the Noxian invasion. Or sorry, not where's Aurelia from? Which faction is she from, Bluey? Ionia.
What's that?
The Ionian invasion.
Yeah.
Like there's like the Ionia Noxia war would be incredible.
Yeah, I totally get that. I'm obviously not a game fan, but I really like the characters, subjectively here. I'm just looking at it from, I'm enjoying these characters and kind of where it's going, and I'd like to see more of them, but I get it. I'm, if we get more stuff the same quality, I'm fine with that,
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the Warwick stuff, Jinx, it's just, I'm really growing. These characters are growing on me a lot, so it'd be cool to see more of them. But
yeah, no, they've done a fantastic job of taking, a universe with so many different kinds of magic and making it work in one universe.
So people are also theorizing that the stranger who saved Jason and his mom was Victor.
Oh, time traveling himself.
Confirm a time loop. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
I kind of like the fact that they're not really explaining things, like for instance, the Black Rose stuff. I'm totally confused on that, but like, this is for League of Legends fans, and I appreciate that they're, making, you kind of have to have already an understanding of it.
They're not they're not playing down to the lowest denominator.
Right. Now, you could look at that as a two-sided coin. Is that good writing? Maybe not, because it's not necessarily, good writing is objectively good writing is telling you what happened and how it happens, effectively, and so that you can understand it, So if they're not really explaining that, that could be looked at as bad. But I also, this is a fan thing, I get that.
I think they actually do a decent job of like keeping the mystery of it, though. Like Black Rose, even in the mainstream lore, is like not fully understood. So that is a concept of Black Rose. It's like you don't understand what's going on. And honestly, I don't really think there's enough time in these next 3 episodes to explain as much as you can about Black Rose and have Mel come back. So that could be the string that goes into the next story.
Yeah, and I'm fine with that.
There's a lot of ways out of it,
If they just like never explain it, it's like, okay, I don't know how effective that was, Yeah.
Blue Talon is Noxian, isn't he?
Yes.
See, like they could, you could very easily close Arcane and go into a Noxian focused and keep pulling on that string.
Swain, we'd see Katarina, maybe
Talon,
LeBlanc.
So did any of these characters ever interact? Like the characters from the show that we have now with other characters.
Oh yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we could potentially see these characters again through a different.
Yes.
Show.
Yeah. Well, the fact that Mbis is from Noxia is your connection point, right? Because Noxia interacts with everybody. Because Noxia is like the Fire Nation from Avatar, right? Like they're always just trying to take over land. So they're always at war with Ionia, Demacia, like
Mbessa and the Black Rose are the threads that will probably go into the next story.
Right.
So what's this nation called, I guess?
Piltover. It's a city.
Okay. It's a city. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I don't know what nation they're a part of.
To see Demacia.
Oh yeah, Demacia would be awesome. You've got Jarvan, Garen, Lux, Galio, like, dude.
And I think you would probably be able to put in some swashbucklers in there.
Right.
Demacia.
Yeah.
So we'd see some pirates.
Dude, I just want to. I mean, Misfortune, obviously, but also like Pike in. Oh my gosh, dude, Pike would be awesome.
Yep. Good stuff.
Well, that's a lot of cool stuff that's potential. But what do you guys think of the show itself that we're
No,
watching?
it's I
think that's a testament of the show, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Like it's so good, we want more. Like give us more, give us more.
Yeah.
I think I rewatched season 1 before starting season 2. Because I don't actually think I finished season 1, believe it or not. But I knew it was good. But I don't think I maybe like was watching it and fell asleep and then it just like finished. I don't know. But yeah, I think it's that first episode and then the second episode when they're kids, right? You obviously know who they are. And then the way that they transform, and then going into season 2, like, dude, the end, like Jinx ulting on Piltover.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, chills, bro. She pulls out a shark rocket and I'm like,
yeah.
Oh my gosh, I've died to that so many times in the game. Oh my gosh. And then Caitlyn's mom dies and I'm like, I feel that.
I really liked how they started this too, right off the bat with that the aftermath of that, and kind of Jace just being like so confused on what's happening here.
Yeah.
I really
and
enjoyed
all
that.
The Jinx wannabes, the Jinxers.
Yes.
Yeah, I was low-key getting
lesbians.
Joker vibes. See, I'm telling you, I was getting Joker and Harley Quinn vibes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say it, but I am.
Yeah.
Well, it's really cool too. It's like it throws it back to like Warriors, the movie Warriors. Have you guys seen that one? The Warriors come out to play. It's like one of those cult classics.
Yeah.
It's like an 80s action flick where it's like New York split up into all these crazy gangs and the Warriors are the biggest and the baddest gang, right? And they get stuck and they have to fight their way through all these other gangs' territories to get back to their territory, right? It's an 80s action flick. But like all the gangs are like crazy, like over the top, right? Like there's a gang where all the gang members dress up in baseball uniforms and carry baseball bats around,
it's
right?
Like One Piece.
Yeah, so it's like that's the vibe I get. It's like you've got the Jinxers and you've got the Chem Barons and stuff like that.
Oh,
like,
I was gonna bring up the rat dude is so awesome. I love that character.
I could see them making him a champion.
Yeah,
down the line if they really wanted to.
So can they can't technically kill champions though, right? Because like champions never die in the game.
No, I think they're taking some liberties with that, in my opinion.
Is Warwick a champion?
They just killed Warwick.
Yeah.
So he's a champion?
Yeah. Warwick's a champion.
Gotcha.
He was my first ever main. I played Warwick back when his ult was a point and click. So
good times.
Oh yeah. AP Warwick. Dude, AP Warwick was hysterical.
Good Warwicks are annoying Warwicks.
Yes. Yeah. So Nathan, AP, like you could play him attack speed and be a drain tank, right? You just get, because he had a self buff where he would buff his attack speed like double, and he just strikes so fast, and you'd build him with life steal, and so you would just like you're a drain tank, right? Or you could build him AP because one of his other abilities is a swipe. He swipes once and he heals off it, but it's scaled off ability power or magic damage. So you could literally like just go in and do one swipe and like kill them and fully heal yourself.
Yeah.
So, that's what I like. And it's harder to do that nowadays. Like they make champions and they almost pigeonhole them into one specific play style, but like back in the day with League, you could play champions completely different ways. It just depended on how you wanted to play it.
They definitely did it in the name of user friendliness.
Right. Yeah.
But, yeah, Biggie, you should play some League with me and Casey sometime.
Yeah. That's just a rabbit hole right there, but
it is. And it's got a steep learning curve. Like even me,
Yeah.
like I don't enjoy playing it nearly as much as I enjoy watching it because I didn't have the fast twitch muscles to keep up. So, and it's
tough.
just gotten worse. It's got like all the new champions have like 30 dashes, right? So you need to have really good clicks to play it well.
Yeah.
So being an Elden Rings player, you might be able to keep up with it.
Maybe.
That's a controller game, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
Anyways, I'm excited to see where it goes in the last 3 episodes.
No, 29th, right?
Saturday.
This Saturday, the 23rd. Yeah, 23rd.
Oh, 23rd.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, so I guess predictions for where y'all think it's going to end.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Jeez, that's hard.
I really hope they bring Heimer and Echo back in some way
Well,
because
you
they
gotta,
have to
right?
wrap up their little
I mean,
storyline.
what the heck was that all about if you don't?
Well, they went in with Jace, and so I wonder if they're somehow connected. And you haven't really seen Heimerdinger be the genius inventor. Like, yes, but you haven't, right? Like, not as far as his champion goes. So I'm really curious to see how they balance that. You kind of have to wrap up Echo's tree storyline. I would imagine they'll probably try to tie up as many loose ends as possible as they relate to the Hex core. So I think whatever the solution is there, it's got to solve Echo's tree, it's got to solve Victor, and it's got to solve whatever's going on with Jace. Right? So those three...
Seems like too much.
We'll see. We'll see.
I think we're kind of done with Vi and Jinx overall. Not like seeing them, but like their story's been told, I think.
I think so, yeah.
I think there's going to be like supporting characters for the rest of the arcs.
I feel like it's going to come down a lot to Caitlyn versus Mbessa at this point. Like that's the vibe I got from the trailer for the next little bit is finishing out that. And there may not be a resolution to that, right? That's where I'm saying like you could pull on the Noxia thread and just kind of like Mbessa leaves or they kick her out or whatever, so we'll see where that goes. But
what's up with the cat lady? Is she a big character or is she just kind of rando?
No, she's a rando.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Although she couldn't be Ari, could she?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
Okay. There's a cat of Nine Tails character, and
But she's not like cat morphic though.
Right. Well, yeah, but like her whole vibe is like the seductress, right? So she could be using magic to change her features. I don't know. We'll see. I guess I wouldn't be shocked if she ended up being Ari.
Yeah.
I don't think they'd put Ari in this story.
Probably not. Where's Akali from? Dude, they could do a ninja show too. Like the ninjas alone. Yasuo, Yone,
just like an assassins.
Shen, and Akali. Like, jeez. Yeah. Dude, so many directions you could go. There's so many good stories to tell. So
I'm here for it.
Now, if only they could get them to come out every year.
Yeah. It just seems like a very and this is something I was talking to Blue about is it looks live action, the way they film it, kind of. It's filmed like a live action show, even though it's animated. It's really well done the way they do it. But yeah, the animation's incredible. I love it. I'm hoping they change that up though.
Akali is from Ionia.
Okay. So yeah, I mean you could. So that's Akali, Ilawi. No, not Ilawi. Yeah, I keep forgetting Ilawi's Bilgewater too, dude. She'd be awesome.
Bilgewater's the pirate stuff.
Aurelia. Right? Yeah. Bilgewater's the pirate stuff. Where's Lucian?
Kennen and Shen, Zed.
Oh yeah,
Aurelia,
Kennen, Zed. Karma. How could I forget about Zed, dude?
How could you forget about Zed?
Dude, a ninja one would be awesome.
Who do you want to know about?
Where are Lucian and Senna from again?
Da-da. Let's find out.
Yeah, I was the animation though. Do you think they would change the style for
think you
different
could.
shows?
If you did like a piratey style, you could do more. I don't know.
It's funny because this animation style actually kind of matches like Sea of Thieves.
I'm just thinking like if you did a ninja one, you could do the more old school.
Oh, Lucian
Japanese
and
manga.
Senna are from Demacia.
Oh, there you go. Demacia.
Okay, Gary.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, cool.
I do got to bounce, but
Yeah.
I love the show, and I'm ready
Yeah.
to see what they do.
Yep.
I'm really
I think
hopeful.
it'll be awesome.
I don't think they can really. I mean, I'm sure they could ruin it, but I don't think they will. I really think it's too big to fail at this point.
Yeah, they've been doing a good job of sticking to it so far. So
Yeah, well, it'll be wrapped up this weekend when the final act comes out. We will not be podcasting next week because of Thanksgiving, but in 2 weeks we will be back to discuss the finale. So stay tuned for that.
Biggie, if you want to hold off watching them, because I'll be driving, we can just watch them when I'm up there.
True. Yeah, that's a good point. Wait, what you get in Sunday?
Sunday or Monday. Just
Sunday,
depends
Monday.
on how far we can drive.
I'm off the whole week, so we could watch it during the day.
Nice.
So yeah,
all right.
Check us out in 2 weeks. Don't forget to join our Discord. Follow us on X, and follow us, Talking Nerds, on X, and also myself and Bluey, and if anybody else here, if Flash, you want to get yours out there?
I do a lot of political.
Oh, what are you talking about? Look what I'm wearing right now. So, yeah, it's almost all politics, pretty much, and nerdy stuff. So go check it out. But yeah, join our Discord because we will be doing the Game Awards on the 12th. So you can join us there. And if you're interested in being on the live stream with us, you can do that. You can get the link in Discord. So yeah, with that, have an excellent Thanksgiving, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. I think now more than ever is an important time to be thankful for what we have. And cherish the moments we have before it's too late. So we'll see. But yeah, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
All right.
Later.
Peace.